The Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 1, verses 26 to 38. Most of us are very familiar of this passage. Today is the Annunciation to St. Mary. We remember that day. That is the importance of this Sunday. During the Nativity season, we read the Bible passages related with the birth and infancy narratives of Jesus Christ. The only thing which we would like to share or we should meditate about, what is grace? Hail Mary, full of grace, our Lord is with you. All the Orthodox and Catholic churches, whenever they start a worship or whenever they start a blessing of a house or a wedding or whatever it is, any service, right after the Lord's Prayer, we say, Hail Mary, full of grace. Because the church gives very good importance for the intercessory prayer of Saint Mary. And today, being the day of the Annunciation to St. Mary, today is the time to meditate about what is grace in our life. We are especially the kids, when you are in the school, you are very familiar with the grace mark. For example, if the test is done in 20 marks, out of 20 marks, you need 10 marks to pass that exam. You got only 9 marks. And the teacher gives you 1 mark grace. And you pass the exam. This is a simple form or simple example of grace. Grace is something which we do not deserve. Grace is something which we are not eligible for, but we get it. കൃപ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമുക്ക് പലപ്പോഴും ചിന്തിക്കുന്നതിലും വളരെ അപ്പുറത്തായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു കാര്യമാണ്. Especially during the time of Thanksgiving. We celebrated Thanksgiving on Thursday. We were meditating about the blessings we received in our life. We got a good country. We got the opportunity to live here, to work here. Everything is a blessing. And for that blessing, there is a grace in our life. And we give thanks to Lord. കർത്താവ് സ്നേഹിതനെ, കൃപയെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വളരെയധികം ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് എ മിസ്റ്ററി. ഇത് രഹസ്യമായൊരു കാര്യമാണ്. Grace is something which is beyond our understanding. When grace comes in our life, I become empowered, and you become empowered, and you become strong, and I become strong. There are a lot of examples we are reading from the Bible. When there was a need for a leader to lead Israel, God called Moses. When he was called, he said, Lord, I am not the right person. I am not an eloquent person. I cannot talk clearly. I am slow of speech. Then God said, you are the one should go, because I will be with you. That is the grace given to Moses. And though he was not eloquent in his speech, he became a very strong person to lead Israel. Several times he said, I'm not a fit person, I'm not right, I'm not the appropriate person for this job. Lord said, no, you should go. You should lead the people. He was given the grace. When we come to the choice selection of David, the prophet came to Ishai because he was directed by God to find a person for the leadership of Israel to become king. And the prophet comes to Ishai, the son of David. And he said, where are your sons? Ishai brought one by one. The eldest, the oldest son was brought, and the prophet said, no, this is not the person. And all the children were brought before the prophet. And the prophet says, no, this is not the one. And then, this is all you have as children? No. There is one more person who is out in the field, who is a shepherd. Who is not a fit person for this. He is small in stature. He is not strong enough. And he is not fit for this. And prophet said, bring him here. And David was brought in. And prophet says, this is the right person. Grace was given to David, and he became the king. And when we come to the New Testament, we see Paul there. His name was Saul, and he used to persecute the Christians and the Christian churches. He used to destroy the Christian churches, and a vision happened to him in Damascus, on the way to Damascus. And Ananias was sent to Saul. And when he was said by God that you should go and consecrate him as my apostle, and he said, Lord, he is not the right person. Saul is the person who killed so many Christians, and he destroyed so many churches. And God says, I know that. You go and anoint him, and he will be the right person. The grace was given to Paul. And he became the builder and architect of the church. And again, when he really got sick, you have to imagine that. When Paul says, Lord, I have a physical ailment, I am suffering, I have pain, I cannot bear this anymore. It is not tolerant to me, it's not tolerable for me. Take this away from me. And Lord says, let it be there. My grace is sufficient for you.